Friendships are a tapestry of emotions, and sometimes the threads unravel. For teenagers, the unraveling of friendships can take a toll on their emotional well-being, and it can also be tough for parents to watch this happen. Today's guest will help teens and the grown-ups in their lives to be empowered to navigate and strengthen the beautiful connections of friendship that shape their lives. Joining us this morning to help us with this topic is a young author and teen mental health advocate herself. We have Tanvi Arikapudi. Welcome again, Tanvi.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here again.
Yeah, we're excited to have you back. And I wanted to ask, so we're talking about the trouble with teen friendships. What better way to do so than chatting with a teen? So can you talk about some of the most common friendship troubles that teens are facing?
Yeah, so there's a lot of friendship troubles that we face in school as well, like being able to understand it's okay. And some of the challenges that we face are like jealousy, lack of trust, feeling betrayed, and also people changing, opinions changing due to personal reasons. Knowing that all of us go through that in our life and also having to deal with that the best way possible is really important for our mental health.
And you were mentioning so many emotions that people are feeling when they're dealing with friendship troubles. Mental health is often intertwined with those social bonds that we have with our besties. So how do friendship troubles impact our emotional well-being, especially for teens?
Yeah, so like what they having those positive friendships can really affect your mental health in a really good way. Like you can have laughs, you can also share your emotions with someone you feel like really good about yourself. But on the opposite side, if you have friendship troubles in your friendship, it can take a toll on your mental health in a really negative way. Like you can feel less worth it, low self-esteem. Like if that problem that occurred between your friends, you feel like you're the fault of that, and that can really affect your whole daily life and what you think of yourself. So it does affect our mental health, but making sure that it doesn't take it over and that we're still in check, our mental health is in check is so important.
Yeah, we need to make sure we're doing that consistently. And why are boundaries essential? And how do teens gracefully draw those lines without causing a bumpy ride on the Friendship Express?
Yeah, so like if you have a boundary, for example, you don't want to go out on a week's notice, you want like a time before to know that, hey, you're going out with friends, letting the friend know, like in a polite way, hey, this is something that I'm expecting and I hope that's okay with you. And then later on, like making sure that both of you don't cross that line. Like if they also have a boundary, you're not crossing that. But if by accident they like don't give you enough notice for like a time to go out, just let them know, hey, I'm just like, reminding you that this is what my expectation is, and letting them know in a kind way, reminding them, and also making sure that you yourself aren't overstepping your own boundary, because you want to make sure that you're feeling good about yourself and your mental health. And respecting each other's boundaries can really build that bond and trust between each other that can really flourish into an amazing friendship.
Yeah, and it's such a good practice to instill these boundaries while you're a teenager, because you're just going to have to continuously grow and create boundaries as you grow up. So starting them now is just a great way to start it out. So sometimes teens find themselves in situations where friendships become a little bit unbalanced and they lose sight of their own needs. How can teens maintain their emotional autonomy without compromising their connections with others?
Yeah, so being able to like maintain your emotional level and mental health is so important. And what I say is like, don't give your control to someone else. Make sure that you have your remote control with you. No one can make you, based on what they say, feel inferior, feel like you're not good enough. You yourself can't make yourself like be okay to hearing other people, and depending on that. Like if someone says something to annoy you, it doesn't get to your heart. You're really like understanding your strengths and what you're amazing about, and being able to know that can help you manage your own emotional well-being and make sure that you're not letting anyone else take over you.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I remember when I was a teen, my friends meant everything to me. They still do, but everything they thought really determined how I was going to feel that day. So if one of my friends wasn't happy, I wasn't happy. But I like that you pointed out, check on yourself and make sure that whatever somebody else might be feeling doesn't fully take control of your day. And it sounds like communication seems to be the fuel that keeps the friendship engine running smoothly. How can teens develop effective communication and active listening to turn their friendships into a well-oiled machine, being able to overcome any type of obstacle?
Yeah, so like in school, they always talk about active listening, listening, and hearing. And active listening is basically just being able to hear the other person and at the same time not think, hey, this is what I'm going to say next, like understanding what they're coming from, the point of view. And then having effective communication, like you're saying, is so important, because if both of you are equally mad about something, by accident, you may say things that you don't mean to in that frustration. But taking time, like calming down and hearing the other person, having that, like, I'm going to talk now, be quiet, please, and then you talking, and then like going back and forth like that, but also hearing each other, trying to be calm and approach that way of talking in the best way possible can help both of you feel like you value each other's talking in their words, can help both of you feel a lot better out of the situation that you made of.
And Tanvi, it's tough for parents to see their kids going through friendship issues. I know when I was a teen, I didn't really want to open up to my parents about drama going on with me and my friends. So talking to you as a teen, what's the best way for parents to step in and provide guidance, or at least a listening ear to their teens?
Yeah, so like sometimes if friendship troubles like become really big and they like really take over you and you can't stop it, sometimes as a teen, like approaching your parents saying, "Hey, I'm not sure if this friendship is really helping me in the best way, and like is what do you think I should do? Do you think I should take a break?" Like approaching them because they possibly know what the best thing is, or even talking to someone that you trust can help you make sure like, should I take a break from this, or should I approach this friend in a respectful way and like let go of the friendship? So really asking your parent for like an overview of the site and getting the best decision can really help.
All right, it's a win-win situation. You're helping the teens and the parents who want to make sure their teens are doing well. In addition, Tanvi, always a pleasure having you on the show. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. You can find out more by going to tanvi.us.